Okay, so you can see the avalanche destruction here. You got, I don't know, 100 yards of trees just completely snapped off, riding the wake, and it goes from over here, maybe 100 yards, a couple hundred yards, all the way over here. I think this happened in the last year or two. And they cleared out the trail for us, but a lot of debris from the avalanche. Luckily the trail's cleared. Okay, day 59. Didn't do an intro because I was running late. Not really late, but we said 6:30, and at 6:15 everyone's all packed up, ready to go. So I was hustling to get my stuff packed up and get on the trail with this group. You know, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late, which is good. We keep moving. So far we flew down the hill. We gotta switch out Gandalf's coffee to decaf because in the morning he just motors. It was downhill, but I was huffing and puffing trying to keep up with him. We did one big river crossing. Hopefully that's it. We got about a mile and a half to the bottom, and then we got like a 4-mile uphill climb to Kearsarge Pass, and then we gotta go all the way out to Onion Valley and into Bishop. So should be a shorter day. We'll keep tabs on how it goes. See if we make Bishop tonight, or if we camp up short, depending if we can catch a hitch or not. So we'll keep you posted. Okay, so we just got off the PCT, taking Bullfrog Lake Trail up to the Kearsarge Pass. And these are the Bullfrog Lakes. So we got about 1,200 miles up, or I'm sorry, 1,200 feet up, about 2.5 miles up, and then we'll have like 5 miles down. But nice little Bullfrog Lakes on the way up to Kearsarge Pass. Another shot of one of the Bullfrog Lakes. Gorgeous alpine lake. The snow-capped peaks behind it. Man, I think you better than this. We're not even on the PCT. We're down on the way down to get a resupply. The scenery doesn't stop. So we just crossed over Kearsarge Pass. I forgot to take any video or pictures. We got talking to a bunch of people up there, Pickles and a few others, getting the lowdown on Bishop and resupply and place to eat and all that. We started talking about further up the trail. So I missed the video. But anyway, here's the way down to Onion Valley. Got frozen lake down here. Kind of like the view on the other side, a little bit better, but this ain't bad. And there's Kearsarge Pass right there. You can see a few people standing up right there. So just went over it on our way down, and we gotta get down to Independence to catch the bus by 5 o'clock. So see you down the trail. Okay, so we do have a snow crossing getting the way down. There's some exposure down there. So pretty good boot tracks, but it's a little bit of a surprise. Pretty cool waterfall going down into one of the lakes down in Onion Valley.
This is Onion Valley.
Okay, so another little gear issue. Yesterday, the tip of my hiking pole, you can see that it's got a, I don't know, it's got a real hard tip right here. That broke off on this pole sometime during the morning, and I wasn't worried because we were heading to Bishop. But you can see just in probably about 7 miles of hiking, this one wore away from, you know, this position all the way down to about here. So this one's not going to last long. So one of the missions for today while I'm in Bishop, luckily it happened on the way in, I got to find replacement tips. I think you can just take this off, and hopefully I can find a replacement tip for this pole. I'll probably replace them both. But Gandalf has the same problem. His whole piece from here on down came off, probably in one of the creek crossings. So we're both on a mission to find new tips and hopefully refurbish our poles, or we're going to need new poles. So one piece of gear that needs attention at Bishop. Okay, day 60. Can't believe it's been almost 2 full months. Time's just flying. We're here in Bishop, taking a 0 day, doing all the town chores, and about ready to head out to breakfast. And then we got all kinds of things, you know, food resupply, fix some gear. I think we got a plan for getting over the bridge, but we got to solidify that and make sure we know, got the maps and where we're going to go. So I got a few things to do in the morning. We'll check in down. Okay, so key part of resupply is getting ready for food. So it spent a good part of the morning shopping to 3 different stores. There was a Dollar General across the street, then down the road there was a grocery outlet, and then a Vons kind of right next to one another. Oh, and we got some stuff at Smart and Final. So we went to 4 different stores to get everything we needed. Did all right. Couldn't find my Nido anywhere. So for breakfast, I got my breakfast over here. I had 1 extra leftover Carnation Instant Breakfast and Nido mix, and 1 extra Nature Valley breakfast biscuit. So that was 1 day. Then I just had to double up with the Nido. So this is like 2.5 servings, almost 3 servings of, not Nido, but Carnation Instant Breakfast. So I've got breakfast for 7 days between Carnation Instant Breakfast and a breakfast biscuit or Bobo's bar. For lunch, I'm going to do, kind of did this before, switching up from Nutella to peanut butter. Peanut butter and pepperoni on a tortilla, and then have some Cheez-Its for some crunch. So that'll be lunch, and then snacks. I've got some protein bars, some cookie-fied bars, still 12 grams of protein, a few fig bars in there, and then a bunch of trail mix. I might swap out, and there's some extra Bobo's bars or energy bars here. I gotta see if I'm gonna swap any of those out. So that'll be snacks and lunch. For dinner, I got 1 leftover rice and beans with a pulled pork, and then I got a mixture of ramen, chicken ramen, with instant mashed potatoes mixed in for more calories, and then I got a few just regular tuna packets, but then these are good. You get the tuna packets in olive oil, and you still get the 17 grams of protein, but you go from 70 calories up to 140 calories, so double the calories if you can find it with sunflower oil. So I got a few of those and a few of those. And probably when I use these, I'll mix in, I got a little bit of extra olive oil here just to boost up calories. And I got some leftover bacon bits that I can mix in to get a little bit more protein. So those are dinners. I've got some electrolyte mix in here every day. I got some protein recovery mix here. Some gummy bears. You know, if you need instant energy and you just need a sugar rush getting up the mountain, I got some gummy bears. I got Snickers every day. This is about equivalent to 1 Snickers bar. So I got about a Snickers bar every day, maybe a little bonus. And then complete cookie here. That's an extra boost. Or a meal replacement. I think this is like 30 grams of protein and I don't know, 400 or 500 calories, 410 calories. So I think I got all my food set. Now I just got to fit it all in the bear caster. That'll be the next trick. Okay, so here's our 0 day in Bishop. Basically doing town chores. So biggest thing is getting our food ready. Went out shopping. Now we're repackaging it, and then getting it to fit in the bear caster. Also got to do a bunch of other things. You need to reload on toilet paper and hand sanitizer. Flush out the filter. You need to either get gas for my stove or refill my gas canister. Just a bunch of little stuff like that. Go through my gear. My trekking poles, those broke. But got here new replacement tips. So we found a gear shop. There were 3 gear shops in Bishop, and now actually 4 gear shops or sporting goods stores. And 2 of them had the tips, but the second one we went to had the tips, and he had this neat little tool to get the old tip off. So both me and Gandalf replaced the tips. So we got trekking poles, did laundry, trying to eat as much as possible. So I had a big breakfast, Cobb salad with prime rib for lunch. And then I think we're going for pizza or lasagna for dinner tonight. And I've been just eating snacks all day long. We got some cookies and some Reese's peanut butter cups and a couple apples and some Coke. Just trying to get as many calories in as I can. So just constantly eating all day long. Then also just the other things, catching up with Sandra, called my dad for Father's Day, kind of catching up on some paperwork. This time there's a lot of logistical planning. So not sure if you can see this, but trying to plan out the whole route because we got basically a pass a day. So trying to look at elevation and miles, and then in the middle of all this, the next what do we got? 115 miles for the next week. There's the bridge outage. So there's a PCTA recommended reroute where you skip like 30 miles of trail and you take some side trails and about a 15-mile road rock that no one was interested in. So there is an overland route. The information is a little bit hard to get, but we got a trail description and we were able to load some GPS coordinates. And I think we got enough information that we can do like a 2.7 mile overland route and around this bridge. But it's just, it's a little bit of route finding, and I think it's like 870 feet, something like that. So just trying to plan all that out and get the next week down day by day, approximately where we want to be and how many miles to go. So that was kind of our 0 day. Obviously, you got to charge all the electronics up. So my battery bank, my phone, my satellite communicator, and my headlamp, all that's charged up. So I think we're all set. We're still looking for a ride back. Bishop's, like 40 minutes from Independence. And that's another 11 miles up the trail. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to do that. Looking for a trail angel or a shuttle, or if all fails, there's a bus that'll get us to Independence. And then we'll have to hitchhike up the 11 miles to the trailhead. So we're getting close. It's late afternoon, but I think we're getting close to a lot of trail chores. Stayed in a very bare bones motel. I'll include a shot, but the pool is green, so no swimming, even though it's like 100 degrees outside. Laundry didn't work, so we had to walk down the laundromat. First room was dirty, so we had to go get another room. I'm not going to put the name of the hotel, but it was, the bed was comfortable and it was a hot shower, so that was the key thing. And it had air conditioning, so obviously the basic needs are met. It's better than sleeping in a tent in 100-degree weather. I guess that's it. I just got to pack my bear caster now, and then we'll be heading out for dinner and wrapping things up. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, one more update is Dr. Tom has some kind of bug. He's had stomach issues for the last day and a half. Been in the bathroom pretty much all last day and a half. Luckily, it happened as we were coming down the mountain and getting into town. Tried to find the urgent care, but that was full. And while I was looking for it, he passed by the emergency room. So they saw him in the emergency room. He's got some antibiotics and an IV. So hopefully that clears up. He was worried that it was going to knock him off the trail, but I think he's feeling good enough to give it a shot. But yeah, that's just one of the complications. If you're, you're not feeling good, but you get up on the trail, you got to keep going, whether you really feel like it or not. You can't just sit around and do nothing, or you got to backtrack and get out because you only have so much food. We're going to take about 7.5 days of food, and either got to make 115 miles, or back out. There's a couple of exit points, but they're like 3 or 4 days apart. You got to make an educated decision. Are you going to go and do it? And if you go, you're kind of forced to do it, lay back and stay in town. But then you get separated and got to make different plans. So I think all that's going to work out, and we'll go forward. All right, that's it for that update, and we'll see you down the trail.